Hello you guys, and back to Stampaholics Anonymous. Today I have a very excited review and test for you guys that I've been dying to do for a while now. And we are going to test out whether these Essence Color Boost polishes, which claim to be high pigment nail paint, will stamp over white and black. I did a review and a swatch video for all of these 10 shades, well, all of these 10 shades that I could acquire before, and I will link that video down below. They do work as a one coater, all of them do, if you know how to use them and if you get the if you work with the formula correctly. But I am very, very curious to see if these will stamp, because if they would, that's like 10 new stamping polishes at a drugstore competitive price, and that's a good thing in my book. So I have prepared some swatch sticks with black and white nail polish on them, and I will be using an image from a Born Pretty store plate. This is BPL 027, and I'm just going to use this image on top here because I just think for swatching purposes this is very good. It's not too thick, not too thin, and I will also be using a clear stamper that you can see through, so you will see how the stamping polish applies onto the pop sticks. And I will set everything up and get right into it. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so this is the first polish. It's a very light baby pink, and it's called Instant Friendship. Already tell it's like rather thin on the stamping plate, but let us not judge it before we actually try. That's how the image looks on the stamper, and I am just going to stamp it real quick, and that's not too shabby actually. Like I said, that's not too shabby. It did stamp over the black. It could be a little more opaque, but it looks really, really nice over the white. So that was the first polish. Let's move on to the second one. So here's polish number 2. It is called Instant Fun. Get a new pop stick. Set up. There we go. And now Instant Fun. Here's the image in the stamper. And I am just going to stamp it real quick. Wow, and that's impressive actually. It did stamp very well over the black. Alright, let's move on to polish number 3. Okay, there is no polish number 3. This is the third polish, and it is called Instant Love, or even though it's number 4. I was not able to get number 3, whatever it may be called. I went to 2 different stores, but I couldn't get it. So this is the third polish called Instant Love. And I'm very curious. It's so hard to get like a good red stamping polish that'll stamp over black. This is how the image looks on the stamper. And it stamped fairly well, I would say. Not so much over the black. It is visible over the black, but over the white, it's awesome. I love it. Actually, I do love it over the black too. That's very good. Okay, this is the next polish. It's called Instant Summer. Here's the image on the stamper. And it did stamp well over the black and the white. It could be a little more opaque, but it did work. Really liking this so far. Okay, next up is this shade. It's light, like teal pastel shade. It's called Instant Happiness. Okay, so here's the image on the stamper. And it did stamp very well over both the black and the white. That looks great. Awesome. Next up is this color. It is number 7 and it is called Instant Feeling, and it is like a very nice dusty pink kind of color. Here's the image on the stamper. And it did stamp over both black and white, as you can see. That's amazing. Loving it. Moving on. Okay, next up is this pink shade, almost like a neon pink, but not quite. And it is called Instant, will you focus? Instant Party. There we kind of go. So here's the image on the stamper. Oh, and it did stamp very well. Not well, it did stamp over the black. It's not as neon or as bright as over the white, but it did stamp. Impressed. And this next one is like this darker red color, and it is called Instant Passion. And I wonder if this is even going to show up over the black. But I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, so here's the image on the stamper. And yeah, it doesn't show up as much over the black as expected. Kind of shows up, but it's very subtle. But it looks really nice over the white. Okay, 2 more polishes to go. And this next one I am going to just swatch over a plain white base, because I am pretty sure that it's not going to show up over the black because it's really, really dark. And it's this like dark plum shade, and it is called Instant Adventure. So here's Instant Adventure, and let's see how well it stamps. Ooh, that is like really, really true to the color, and it's stamped very well over the white. Okay, 1 more polish, and this one is this like electric blue color, and it is called Instant Match. Here's the image on the stamper. Oh, and it did even stamp over the black. I mean, it's still a subtle look, but it worked. If you top coat this, it's probably going to be showing up more. Wow. That's amazing. I'm loving this. All right, let me clean up and rearrange the camera setup, and I'll meet you back for a final verdict. So, conclusion time. I am very impressed with these. I mean, I was hoping that they would stamp, because they all say they are high pigment nail paints, and for the most part they did cover in 1 coat if you manipulated them correctly when I swatched them, but I did not expect them to cover this well in stamping. And I would say that with the exception of like number 1, which is Instant Friendship, and the yellow one, which is Instant Summer, I would have wished that those 2 would have been more opaque in covering like in covering the black. But overall I am very impressed. I am loving the blue and the red, and also like the neon pink is also very nice, and the teal color also just amazed me. I am, like I said, very much impressed, and I don't think that you can find like another competitive product at the moment. I haven't seen one at a drugstore price that is so like readily accessible too. I mean, it's not just about price, but it's about whether you can get the product fairly quickly and easily, and these 10 polishes are like available at every other drugstore here in Germany at least, and I guess in the US you can buy these at like places like Target. They do have Essence as a drugstore brand, and like I said, I am very impressed about this, and I'm definitely going to use these for stamping. And they cost €1.75. That's like roughly $2. That is a good price for 9 milliliters of a decent stamping polish. So there you go. There's all the swatches. I will put some pictures, some still pictures in the video at the end of the video, so we can see them in more detail. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews. I have a bunch of nail mail items that I have to get through to reviewing, and I'm looking forward to those too. So if you want to see those videos and the next upcoming reviews, you better subscribe to my channel so you get notified when I upload. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it, and stay tuned for the next review. I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.